A pastor in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania was preaching a Sunday sermon when all of a sudden a gun is being pointed directly at his face. And thankfully, the gun jams and the man videoing the sermon steps up and puts his own life on the line, tackling the gunman to the ground. Now, guys, if you don't know what's happening in today's video, we're going to watch this clip, as well as I want to give you my thoughts about what unfolded, as well as I want to end this video with a specific Bible verse that is directly for the Christian today. Now, let's watch this video and see how this unfolds.
Shocking moment caught on video over the weekend from a Pennsylvania church. A man pulled a gun on a pastor right in the middle of his Sunday sermon.
So scary. The gun luckily did not go off. The man was actually wrestled to the ground. But that's just the beginning of this story.
Antoinette Delbel explains, and we want to warn you here, you may find this video disturbing.
It was a normal Sunday morning service. Pastor Glenn Germany says his church was praising worship longer than normal, having a great time. But that's when the unthinkable unfolded.
When he got halfway through and he came to this point here, all of a sudden I just seen a gun pointing right at me. And at that point, all I could do was try to run for cover.
26-year-old Bernard Jr. Polite taking aim at Pastor Glenn, but that gun jamming and no shots were fired.
That was just God. Because the possibility, one thing about a bullet gonna find some meat. And I don't care if you're aiming at a target or not aiming at a target, a bullet gonna find some meat.
That's when Clarence McAllister leaped up from his seat over a banister and tackled Polite. He tells Pittsburgh's Action News 4 his story.
I was running the camera, so all I could see was somebody walked up on the pulpit, and after they got up on the pulpit, they raised the gun up. Once they raised the gun up, I jumped up, you know what I mean, from behind, got him from behind, struggled him down to the ground.
McAllister says he didn't even think twice to run and tackle Polite, saying Pastor Glenn would have made the same decision. McAllister was even able to wrestle the gun away from the suspect while Pastor Glenn and other churchgoers held him down until police arrived. Pastor Glenn was able to briefly speak to Polite and simply ask him why.
He don't know why he did it, but then while he was in a police car, I had a chance to go out and speak to him again as well. And I asked him, you know, just as calm as me and you're talking now, I said, what made you do it? I mean, what were you thinking? He said, I don't know.
Both Pastor Glenn and McAllister forgiving him, just grateful, they say, for the outcome that was.
I forgive him for what he did. I just mainly thank God that, you know what I mean, that nobody got hurt.
To be honest, guys, when I originally watched this video, I thought it was fake. I didn't think it was real. But as things started to come out even more, it is completely real. And this truly did happen. And thankfully, the gun did jam. A lot of people are saying, man, that was the Lord there. And that absolutely was the Lord, not allowing that gun to shoot an actual bullet and kill this pastor or hurt this pastor or anybody else in the church. When you watch this clip, you see this man, this gunman, walk in and almost mind-numbingly just slowly moving, pulls the trigger, nothing happens, and then he begins to walk slowly towards the pastor as the pastor dove to the side, but then gets tackled. And then as we see this unfold even more, we even see the pastor go and talk to the gunman and talk about, why did you do this? And the gunman just looks and says, I don't know. Could this have been a demonic possession? Could this have just been a man high on drugs? Who knows? But what we do know is the pastor is safe. The church members are also safe. But this is a clear warning to pastors and Christians out there. I don't know if this is going to become a trend, but the fact that just about a month ago, Bishop Mari Emanuel was viciously attacked by a knife during a Sunday sermon tells me that this trend may start being more and more common. Pastors being attacked either by knives, bullets, or something else. And we need to exercise caution. We need to be more alert while at church. We need to have people who are focused and ready for anything that may come, because these things are going to happen to Christians. In John chapter 15, verses 19 to 20, Jesus makes it abundantly clear by saying, if you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. Guys, they persecuted Jesus. They're going to persecute us. Now, it may not be for everybody getting a gun pulled or a knife attack or their head chopped off or something like that, but we are going to get persecuted, and we should expect persecution. Real quick, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the BTteam Ministry YouTube channel. Drop a like and a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one over here.